nice thing is these dongles have a little image on the top so you know which way they plug in. These have a 17-year shelf life. They are bulbless. That means you're not going to be replacing the bulb, right? And they're going to last a good long time.
So we won't have to learn something new.
I know.
For 17 years.
You know, Sean and I were talking about placement of your projector in your room. I know a lot of you like the idea of having a projector ceiling mounted and those kinds of things. Obviously, the choice is yours, but I would remind you that this equipment goes with you. If you move rooms, move buildings, change schools, you know, that kind of stuff, think about that. The other thing is, I tend to take this guy a lot of different places. I even move him to other areas in my room to project on different surfaces and those kinds of things. So I really want you to think about that. Don't do a snap, I'm getting my ceiling mounted. If you decide you're getting your ceiling mounted, make good and sure that you are there when they mount it. Because oftentimes what happens, the people that are mounting them, they don't test the projection. They don't know that it should go here or way back there. And so a lot of times you've seen it. Teachers have really wonky projection images because of the way their projector has been mounted. So think about it long and hard before you decide to do the ceiling mount. And if you do decide to do the ceiling mount, be active and present in that process. Does that make sense?
And would you be willing to come in and help us?
Absolutely.
Because right now, I need somebody to come in.
Yep, absolutely. I won't turn the wrenches,
No.
but I'll help you with the setup of your room.
Does
Yep.
the Mimeo have to be projected onto a whiteboard? I'm in a room without a whiteboard.
The Mimeo does not have to
I
be
mean,
projected
for half
onto a
the year.
whiteboard. I will tell you
A
that
screen.
that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Because the pin, what happens is the pin,
Yeah,
you know, when you
it would
push,
move,
the
yeah.
screen would
Right.
move. Yeah. So it has to be on a hard surface. A whiteboard really is the best because you're pushing with that pin. And the projection has to stay
Right.
calibrated with the surface area that you have. Okay, that was quick. Enough.
Back.
You got to hear me talk about the important things.
The dongle.
Dongle.
The dongle.
Inappropriate website.
Yeah. Perfect.
It was nice while it lasted.
Do you think you'll be back?
Yeah.
So let's talk about the projector remote. And you notice that I gave you a handout with the remote. There's a reason I did that. Here's the teaching strategy part. The remote has several buttons that will become your friend. You will use, I think, constantly. One of the ones you've seen me using frequently this morning. We're focused up here, and then I'll come and I'll sit with you and visit. So what I do is I hit the blank button, and the blank takes your focus from here to here, right? So you're doing something up here, you're ready to redirect or start teaching again or whatever it might be, you hit the blank button and they all go. Because they don't know where else to look, right? So that one to me is probably one of the most valuable ones. So all it is, it's a toggle switch. Hit blank once, it blanks, hit blank again, it comes back on. Your projectors, by the way, have a signal receiver on the back and the front. So you can be here or here to get it to work. The second button on your remote that you're going to love, I think, especially in the morning, probably more so than anything, and I'm just going to go to a site here. This is the blog that I was talking about, is the freeze. So I'm going to hit freeze. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to check my email. And I'm going to send an email to someone and someone is going to respond back. I might even chat with someone, but what are you seeing?
That is so cool. So I could do
Roll attendance.
Exactly.
They see the attendance.
So, yeah, so you do, you have a DOL, you have whatever you call it, your warm-up activity, whatever it is, you put it up there, you freeze it, you
have access.
come over here, do attendance, check your email, whatever it might be. Something happens in the middle of class and you think, I need to touch base with someone, put something up, freeze it, get her done. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
Let me just show
really
you really quickly that I really truly did go to my email, just so you can see.
Seeing is believing.
Yes.
So then you just press freeze again and it
Freeze
goes
again.
wherever you're at.
Yeah, wherever you've last left your computer, keep that in mind, is where it displays. Yeah. So blank blacks it out for you. Freeze freezes that image. So you can't do a video or anything that's animation because it literally takes the image and freezes the image. Okay. So those are probably the two most important. You have two types of zoom on your projector. One is a zoom that is a physical zoom, so I'll just show you.
Oh, goody. Oh, goody.
The other one is a digital zoom. So, sorry, on your little handout, if you want to mark that, the one that actually changes the size of your projection is the one that's right here, the top one. And you can tell because the bottom one says D-zoom, so that's your digital zoom. So your regular zoom is changing your projection size. What do you suppose the digital zoom is going to do? Any
We're
ideas?
gonna look closer at emerging technology.
There we go.
I'll keep
Yeah,
the
so if
size
I've
up
got
there.
something on my screen, let's just scroll down a little bit here. So here's an image. I've got that on my screen. I'm going to digitally, sorry for getting in your way, digitally zoom in so you can see a little bit better. My projection size didn't change, right? I just zoomed in on what was there. And that's not a very good picture to show you. Okay, so you have an up and down on both of those zoom features. One of my favorite tools that you don't get to use very often, but I could see you using it in your classroom, is the pointer tool that's built into your remote. All you do is hit pointer, okay, and you have a whole collection of different pointers available to you. So I'm just going to keep hitting pointer so you can see what happens here. So depending upon what color of your, okay,
Where's that at?
pointer is in the bottom right-hand corner of your remote.
Oh,
Is that
And then
where
can you
your
make a
mouse,
move?
wherever your mouse was on the screen?
No. So here's how this works. When you decide what pointer, like I'm going to go ahead and go to the full line, and maybe I just want to move it down. I have arrow buttons, so I would then be able to scroll it down. If I chose a pointer that didn't go all the way across, then I have left, right, up and down. So that's kind of cool. You may or may not use it right away until you get more comfortable with it, but I think it could be helpful. You guys are lucky though, you've got the Mimeo pad. I mean, I think that kind of takes the pointer, maybe a little bit out of the picture. So let's talk about projector. Questions? You guys don't lose these. This right here can give you so many different teaching strategies. I think it's amazing.